Hey guys, it's KJ48 and welcome back to my 7 Days to Die Let's Play. This is Alpha 4.1 and this is Season 4 and this is Episode 8. And we are down here in my mine. I've just been doing some mining down here. Now I didn't think the zombies would be that active, but apparently the zombies have been dying. So I'm not sure. I also saw a rabbit die. So they might just be chasing the rabbits. I'm not really sure. I don't think they're after me. But this is what I've done so far. For the mine, I just made a 2 wide hallway. I come over here to a 3 wide hallway, and I don't know if I have any plans for down here, but if I do have any plans, they would definitely be off a 3 wide hallway. So I'll show you what I've gotten. I've gotten some coal. I've gotten some potassium nitrate, and I've gotten a pretty decent amount of iron. Now, iron doesn't seem to be as abundant at the very bottom of the world. I'm not sure if that's just bad luck on my part or if that's designed that way, but I always have some trouble with iron that low. So if you are playing the game and you're on like bedrock, like at the very bottom, and you're having trouble finding iron, go up to one of the more above levels. Like I haven't found any lead, and as you can see right here, I'm passing by a lot of lead. So that's pretty interesting. I shouldn't hold down shift while I'm. Pro tip: don't hold down shift when you're going up a ladder. It doesn't make you any faster, and it drains your stamina. So, alright, these zombies are going ape you know what, and it looks like they're going to break in. So let's go ahead and put down some more spike traps right here. Oh, my goodness, they're already in. Now, oh, geez, they've really been coming in. So, I was down low enough where they wouldn't normally, like, be aware of my presence. I'm kind of confused on what happened. Maybe I didn't go down there quick enough, or I'm not sure, but I don't know, man. Like, they were coming after me, I guess. Alright, well, we're just going to come up here, and what we're going to do is we are going to make ourselves... Well, first of all, we got to do some inventory management. Now, I don't like doing inventory management on camera, but it doesn't look too bad right now, so I will just put away a couple things. I'm not sure if these desert shrubs, like, I'm not sure what those are for, if anything. They're probably not used for anything right now, but I'm just going to hold on to them just in case. I do have a bunch of this sectional arm too. Alright, let's put that away. And alright, we're looking pretty good now. Let's grab some sand, another stack, and let's go ahead and make ourselves some concrete. I actually had a lot more sand than I originally thought, which is pretty cool. It's actually stone that's holding me back. Do I have any more iron anywhere? Let me check. Alright. Oh, by the way, someone did tell me I have some iron in here, but I'm going to leave this stuff alone just because this is like a fail-safe thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not really sure why. I guess I shouldn't, but... Oh, you know what? Before it gets bright out, let's go on the roof and see what the situation is up there, because I'm quite curious. Oh boy, there's wood up there. I thought it was stone. Alright, and we're looking pretty good up here. I don't see any zombies. But I do see a hornet. Man, that hornet's got some skills. Oh, now you want to come at me? Give me a break. You should have just ran when you had the chance, dude. Alright, so let's put this stuff up there. Let's bring down the wood, replace the wood. I don't know, guys. That ceiling might be good to go. That's pretty cool, because I got some plans for that ceiling. I haven't talked about it yet, but don't you worry about it. I got some plans. Okay, so what were we looking for? Iron. I want to see if I have any more iron in anywhere that it shouldn't be, or anywhere where... No, we're good. I'll grab the metal pipe, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some of this into forging metal. I don't want that much. And then we will go ahead and make our concrete reinforced, or reinforced concrete, depending on how you want to say it. Alright, and that gives us a lot more. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this stuff up here for now. Man, we got a lot of reinforced concrete. That's good. That's really, really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need. I'm definitely going to need more trussing. Definitely going to need more trussing. Actually, I don't know how much trussing we're going to need. Let's not make trussing until we absolutely have to, because you know, you don't want to waste it. You don't make anything until you absolutely have to. Now, I'm looking pretty good here. I don't want to do any inventory management on screen. We have a couple hours before we can go outside, so I'm going to pause the video here and I'll come back when we can go outside. Okay, and it is just about 7 o'clock. And I have actually come up with a design for this room. And I'm trying to think about what I want to build it out of, but I don't think I have a lot of options. So I'll probably just go with regular wood, just because I don't know what else to build it out of. But I'm not going to build it just yet because I do want to look into my options and see if there's anything else that, you know, I might want to make it out of. So let's head on downstairs. 7 o'clock should be good enough. And we will just go out the front door. Alright, got our axe here. Trust the axe. I do want to do a little bit of repairing here as well. They actually broke the bottom of that. I don't like it when they break these walls because I can't replace them. I don't think I can make these walls, you know, at the moment. So now I don't bother keeping. By the way, I don't know if I explained this, but wood spikes have like different levels of damage. I think it's 5 levels, and as they get more and more damage, they still do the full damage as far as I know, but at the last level they will break. So that's just something to keep in mind. You can, it's kind of an option. You can pick up the broken ones and replace them, or so that way you have fresh spikes every time, or you can leave them there and just leave them there until they break. It's up to you. I usually leave them there until they break, but honestly, you could do whatever you want with it. Alright, and I think we are in good shape here. I mean, I think we're doing quite well, to be honest. So let me break this. And I don't know if there's enough room here for 3 sets. And there isn't. Oh, there is. Okay, good. I'll just leave that wall there. There's not really much point to worrying about it. Alright, and this is just laying these things down. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these down. And I don't really have much else to say. I do want to let you know, though, I do have a plan for that roof, and I'm quite excited about it. Unfortunately, that's going to be a little bit farther down the road. I guess I could talk about what I'm going to do. All right, you know how the roof at the top is kind of like flat? It like flattens out. Well, where it flattens out, I'm going to cut all that up, and I'm going to build another story on top. Especially if zombies don't spawn up there, which it doesn't look like they are. And, oh, speaking of zombie spawning places, put that on hold for a minute. My friend told me that zombies will spawn in chunks around you, but not the chunk you're in. So basically what that says is if I'm in that house, they won't spawn on the roof, or they shouldn't, if he's right, or if it's in the same chunk. Basically, when you're in a house, they can spawn around the house, but they're not going to spawn in it or on the roof. That's what I got from it. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if I'm understanding that correctly. It's very possible that I'm just, not understanding it properly. But that would be pretty cool if they, don't spawn in the house. I should have brought dirt out to get rid of that pool. Ugh, I can't believe I forgot that. I'm gonna have to remember that next time. So I'm kind of wondering if that's the case, because if that's the case, then anytime I'm in the area, the only way they would kind of spawn in the house is if I kind of like went out in the yard over here and just stood out there for the night. But when am I ever going to do that? Although, they were spawning in Dyersville on my season... Was that season 1? Yeah, season 1. On my season 1 Let's Play, they did spawn it in my base in Dyersville. But that was a bigger base. That wasn't just a house. That was the area around the house as well. So I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. By the way, I also wanted to tell you guys that I absolutely love campfires in this game. Love them. The reason I'm not using them is because they lag me all to hell. You'll notice if any of you guys have watched my Season 1, I don't think I used them in Season 2. Yeah, but if you watch my Season 1 Let's Play, you'll know that they lag me out really bad. Or maybe you don't know, but because I was having problems... Do I have my auger with me? Of course I put my auger away. Anyway, next time I come out here, I need my dirt and I need auger. I need the auger, for sure. Anyway, actually, because I don't have my auger, this is about as far as this is going to go. because I'm going to take down this entire structure. That whole garage is going to go. I don't need it. It's, you know, it's a problem area, and I don't feel like dealing with it. Anyway, campfires, I love them. Absolutely love them. They're great. They work properly. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you're holding a torch, the torches give out light. But once you put down a torch, they still light up the area, but they don't have that lighting effect. And I think that lighting effect lags people really badly, possibly, because I think that's why they don't have the lighting effect. And campfires do have that lighting effect, and campfires lag me. Like, I wasn't sure if it was the zombies or the campfires, and someone told me it was the campfires, and I didn't believe them. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think the campfires are what causes me lag, because their lighting effect works properly. So, you know, that's something for the pimps to figure out. They got to make that stuff, you know, not lag people out. So, I'm sure they're aware of it. I'm sure they'll take care of it. Hey, that rhymes. That rhymes, and you know it rhymes. Admit it. Simpsons reference. Anyway. So, who watching this video owns this game? Kind of curious. Who doesn't own it? Have I gotten any use to, have I gotten anyone watching this to buy it? One thing I really love about doing Let's Plays is when someone tells me that they bought a game because of watching my Let's Play. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good, because, you know, I want the developers to feel good about the fact that people like me make these videos, and I think that would be the number one thing that would really get them on board. Not that they're not on board. Developers are mostly on board with this stuff. But it really makes me feel good when I get someone to buy a game. You know, when I first got into video making, I watched Paul Source Jr. do Minecraft, and oh, look at this. Someone was beating on this thing. Where's my wrench? There it is. It was already on my hotbar. I watched Paul Source Jr. do Minecraft, and Paul Source Jr. not only got me to buy Minecraft, but he got me into making videos. So if you guys like my videos, you can always thank Paulie for me. Go over to his channel, let him know. Yeah, he's an excellent YouTuber. He might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, and he's awesome. So when people tell me that, hey, Cage, you know, you got me to buy Minecraft, or, you know, 7 Days to Die looked awesome, so I bought it. I love hearing it. I love hearing it. It's like one of the best compliments you could give me. And, you know, it makes me feel good that I'm contributing, because, you know, developers don't have to let us do these videos. I mean, they'd be smart to. Not all of them are, though. You know, some of them just bust our chops about this stuff. And, oh, this is where they got in. Well, that's not going to be a problem anymore. And, you know, some developers do bust chops. Mostly for, you know, legit reasons. What's this? Is that 4? Why did I put that down there? Anytime I've gotten hit with a copyright claim, it's always been legit. Well, most of the time it's legit. Sometimes it's not. But usually when it's not legit, it's because the person claiming the copyright isn't legit. It's just people looking for free money. You can always tell someone who's not legit and just looking for free money, because if you dispute the claim, they take it off right away. People like that are the scum of the earth. I can't stand, like, you know, like, here I am. I'm trying to build, like, something here, you know, for YouTube. You know, I'd like to do this one day, like, as my job. Although, you know what? That's a conversation for another day. I actually have a lot to say about YouTube and it being a job and stuff like that. But anyway, anyway, those guys aren't legit, and they're scumbags, because, you know, people are just trying to do their thing here, and they're just looking for free money, because, you know, they're losers, you know? Maybe they're not losers, I don't know. They're smart enough to know how to, you know, beat the system. And, like, I mean, honestly, if like, someone gets caught, like, making a claim on somebody's video, and they get caught, they should charges brought up on them. I mean, the problem is there's no repercussions, so anybody can do it, you know? But, yeah, that's why, you know, I don't even remember what my point was now. I'm really getting to rambling now. This is like my old school Minecraft videos where I just ramble about BS. But you know what? I gotta find something to talk about here, and I hope you're finding this somewhat interesting. I'm gonna be, during this boring parts, I'm gonna be talking a lot more about behind the scenes, you know, YouTube video making and stuff like that. Because, I find it interesting, and, you know, I could cut this stuff out, but it's getting to the point now where I've said a lot of things I want to say about the game, and now it's time to be creative and think of something interesting to talk about. This is like, you know what I'm doing here. This is just a 3-wide, you know, a 3-wide base around here. I should probably start putting the trussing up as well. So let me do that. Let me put up some trussing. Just, you know, not that it really matters. I could do it whenever I want, but break it up a little bit. Break up the monotony. It's also slower to put stuff down in this game than Minecraft because of the way, you know, you can't just like go through and boom, 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 and just put stuff down really quick. It's kind of funny. This is such a good setup, man. Like, I wish I could remember that guy. Whoever told me about this, you know, please be legit. Don't say you told me about it if you didn't. Whoever told me to put the trussing on the bottom, like on the outside, and then shoot underneath it, make yourself known, please. And if you knew about it but you didn't tell me about it, go ahead and say that too. Be like, you know what, Cage? I knew that. I would have told you that if I thought about it. But, you know, I know there's a lot of people probably have the same idea. And you're all geniuses because, oh, that's such a good idea. I hate the way stuff looks so deformed, but it's pretty easy to fix it. It never used to bother me, but now it does. Wonder if they're ever going to change it. This is actually going through a lot quicker than I thought. What is this? This is part 8. Man, by episode 10, I'm going to have this whole thing done. That is pretty sweet, I must say. Pick that stuff up, man. I can use that for something. Alright, now this is super deformed now. I mean, look at this. And watch this. All fixed. All fixed. I just love it when it's super deformed and you just put those couple of blocks down and then it just all lines up. I love that. Man, I'm almost out of reinforced concrete. But you know what? I have plenty of sand. So what I will do through the night is I will just dig. I'm probably going to make some kind of bunker underground, although I have no real plans of using it. Maybe I can make a you know, a last-ditch effort if I ever get overrun, which I won't. Let's just put down the rest of these 24, and then we will put down the trussing. We're also going to need more iron. Now, again, if I don't find a lot of iron on the bottom of the world, I'm gonna mine on a part closer to the top. I don't think certain materials are on certain levels, but I really don't know. Let's go ahead and put this trussing down. We could put some on the other end. Let me check my timer really quick. Should be coming up to the end of the episode. Yeah, another couple minutes left. I do want to make longer episodes. It's just, you know, it's getting to the point now where I'm doing a lot of stuff that there's not much for me to say. So it's kind of hard to think about stuff to talk about. So it's harder to make longer episodes, but I will try. I can't promise I'll try, but I promise I'll try to try. Sorry, another Simpson episode. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. It's a Simpson episode, but I'll make it happen for you guys. There we go. Let's get our spike traps. You know, let's make some more. Actually, we can make a lot because we're going to need a lot of spike traps. And like I said, they are cheap. It's the only reason I still use them. I mean, the barbed wire fencing is you know, it's a little expensive. I wouldn't say it's really expensive, but it's useless. The zombies treat the barbed wire fence as a wall. They don't walk into it and hurt themselves. They basically just stand there and destroy it. It really kind of sucks. All right, so let's put some reinforced concrete down there. I still have some more, which is good. And we will board this up. I'm not going to waste any reinforced concrete there. Alright, and let's do this. You know what? I never checked the other side to see where else they might have broke in from. I should probably do that now. There might be another hole somewhere I didn't notice. Although I think I've put reinforced concrete around the whole place. So if there is another hole, it's probably filled up. Yeah. Man, we're looking pretty solid in here. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. I will still put down more spike traps in here, though, because you never know. I don't think they're going to break through 3 layers of reinforced concrete in one night, although with an acid spitter, it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially without me having spikes out there. That's why I need to get spikes out there. Those acid spitters are punks. Can't stand them. I love these spike traps because not only are they cheap, but you could just pick them up so easily. Just press E, and you know you could pick them up ridiculously easy. All right, so let's go up and grab the auger. See, this thing looks really cool. I love this. I love the way it looks. As a matter of fact, let me take a torch. I can't wait for them to fix the torches either. All right, so the torches can only go on that side. Yeah, they seriously need to fix the torches. It's kind of an issue. I'm not gonna lie. So let me go ahead and I have plenty of room for stone, but my gas is not infinite. So now I have a thing. My timer already went off, but I'm actually gonna make this episode longer because I actually have something to talk about. Okay. Pay attention, guys. This is really important. On my last Let's Play, I messed around with the XML file. I gave myself some recipes that were not in the game. I don't know if they're meant to be in the game. I don't know what the deal is. But I did give myself some recipes that were not in the game. And I really don't care about much of them, but the one I might want again is gasoline. I can make gasoline from corn and iron. Ooh, that's iron. I should get that. Now, what do you guys think about that? Are you against it? Do you think it's overpowered? Do you not want me to use it? Did I pick that up? Yeah, I did. Wow. Now, is it overpowered? Do you want me to use it? Do you want me not to use it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm giving you guys a chance to, you know, have something to say about this. Because I'm telling you right now, if I run out of gas, and I will eventually, it's going to be a pain in the butt. And I could go scavenge for more gas, I guess. That's definitely something I could do, but it's definitely finite. No matter what I do, it's finite. And with the extra damage, you know, problems with the tools in this game, the way when the tools are damaged, they don't do as much. They're not as efficient. I kind of want to use the auger more. And this isn't stuff you're going to see anyway. Like, I'm not going to mine with you on video most of the time. Because there's not much to look at. It's just, you know, me mining what's there to see. So it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm not saying I'm going to do whatever you say. Let me check if I picked that up. I didn't. It's probably in the wall. Oh, come on. Where's that iron? I'm not losing that iron. Did you see that? There was iron up there, and I didn't get it. And whenever you don't get the iron, it's usually in the wall somewhere. I'm not giving up either. I want that freaking iron. That was iron, wasn't it? I'm not going crazy, am I? Could have swore there was iron in the ceiling, and I didn't pick it up. Well, I'm gonna have to watch the video back, because now I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. God, I wonder how long it was there. Now, I do want this stuff to look good, so I'm going to actually patch this up. So anyway, let me know what you guys want me to do. I'm not saying I'll blindly do whatever you say, but your voice will have a factor in whether I use the XML file to make gas or not. So let me know in the comments, all right? And made this video a little bit longer, so that's definitely a plus, and that's going to be it for episode 8, and I'll see you next time for episode 9. And I'm starving. Don't worry, I'll eat. Till then, take it easy.